Okay. Welcome YouTube, welcome Twitch, welcome Mixer. Going to take a bit of a newbie's look kind of thing around RaceRoom, which if you haven't seen some of my previous streams of the last week, I've been kind of getting into, and I do say this is still a noob's kind of guide or a fresh-faced view of RaceRoom, because outside of a couple of things I've done, I haven't really explored it much. So yeah, it's all pretty new to me as to what's actually in the game. Now, I will say a couple of things. Obviously, first of all, you can download it for free. There's some free content that you can try out.
Sage Cedar says,
Hey, Sage Cedar.
Sage Cedar says, what's up?
Well, we're getting into it. Basically, yeah, there's a free version of this game you can check out. But I'm going to be getting into a few different things with it. Hey, Mystics, how you doing? So I'm going to basically go through and see what I can see of the game. We're here on Mazda Laguna Seca at the moment. And I'm going to come out of here in a minute, and we're going to explore a bit more of the game, because I haven't really done that, because I did actually just go out and get all of the content for this game, pretty much on the recommendation of people like Mystics and 3D Dudes and stuff like that, because they're good guys. I know and trust their sim qualifications, and I need to speak about that straight away, because there's free content in the game which you download the game via Steam or whatever, but if you're looking to buy content in this game, the best way to go is actually to go to the RaceRoom website and buy their in-game credit, and then buy that gives you a code. You input that code into your account, and that gives you in-game credit. And that is the cheapest way to buy content for the game. So, if you're going to buy content for this game, don't buy it through Steam. Don't sort of like go, oh, I'll just spend the money straight on the thing that you want to get. Buy some in-game credit, and then use that in-game credit currency to buy what you want. In my case, I just went, right, that's how much it cost me for a the big chunk of credit that you can get, and they have a bundle, and that bought me everything that they have in the game up until this point. Past this point, I might have to get some more credit and top it up every now and again with new content. But we're going to take a look into the different bits of content there, and please forgive me if I have to stop now and again, because for whatever reason, my nose wants to be an absolute annoyance today. So, please forgive me for a bit of sniffles. Sniffle bin on standby. Right, well, I'm going to actually come out here. First things first as well with this. It does require keyboard and mouse, so you're going to want to be near your keyboard and mouse when you're doing this. And we're going to go quit, because I was just in a single player thing. I think it's a sandbox type, really, in terms of a game. So if I go up to the main thing, it really is kind of, as you can see, here's single player, multiplayer, competitions, and store and portal. I'm not going to go on to those because I've got that sort of all the different things here. We'll take a look at the single player, and it seems to have, right, so we've got single events, championship, which I haven't taken any form of look at, leaderboard challenge, leaderboards, and practice. The only thing I've actually looked at in here is practice and single event. I haven't had a look at anything else. So, what do we have with the single event. Single event is basically you can set up a single player versus AI event. And we've got cars. It's a sandbox approach. So you can say, right, I want whatever track that you have in here, which I've got quite a few. There's a search there. I think there's a few different layouts possibly. I don't actually know how many tracks there are in the full game, but I've got, let's see, what we got, 6 by 7 there. So that's what, 42? So that's 42 tracks there. I think there's more. There's layouts in here as well. So separate layouts per track here as well. I don't know if there's even more. I bought the entire lot, but there you go. We'll go through some of those in a minute. Then we got cars. And they do them, all the cars sort of like in packs by sort of type. So we've got GT Masters from 2013, 2014, 2015 and 2018. Then we've got like this C-Class cars. Then we have an Audi TT Cup. Audi TT Cup 16. So those are specialist cars. And RS. BMW. Mercedes. Cayman. Porsche Cayman. Then you're going to come on to some of these other, like, 1992 DTMs. So a couple of classic touring car type things there. A lot more of DTM side stuff, so more touring cars from Pacific years. Then we've got FR, so Formula cars. So a Formula RaceRoom US. Formula X. Yeah. Formula X 17. And then you got like FR2. She's very much like, you know, you're straight up Formula cars. So, a load of different stuff in here. Formula Junior. So you'll start out type of things like, German nationals. There's a good selection in here. Let's take a look at something that I might like. So we've got Formula 4, WTCCs, so touring car type things again. Zonda exotics, a couple of different exotics here and there. Prototype cars, which are plainly going to be insane. And a load of stuff there. So that's kind of the cars to give you a gist of that. And then, like I say, we've got championships. I haven't tried one of these. Practice is basically set up to do, you know, time challenge type things. There's all the normal things of tyre wear, fuel, damage, time of day. I think it's got weather systems as well. We're going to try this championship and have a quick look, see what there is. I have no idea with this car. Let's start with something fun. I like something with an open top myself. But I don't know if we're going to have that. That's Carrera, Porsches. What have we got? What have we got? What have we got? Touring. Icons of Hills. We can go with a Formula car for an open top. But I don't know if to go onto the super ridiculous or onto something that's maybe a little bit easier. Oh, KTM. That's a good starting place. We'll try one of the KTMs. Oh, I like that. Got plenty of different liveries here as well. Ooh. KTMs with style. Ooh, purple. Like that. Blue. We like a blue one. We'll have it in the blue one. Right, so I can do that. We've got a number of opponents. And it's already in the sort of like plus point there. I think it's all in the class. So auto fit. It's done that by itself anyway. So that's all good. Now, track. I don't know what we've got on track. So it's got tracks, and I don't know if I'm just going, okay, and stop. Okay, select a track. I don't know that track. There's two layouts, but I'm going to go, boom. I'm going to use one that I think is a cool place. So Bathurst. Bathurst is a really cool place to start from. We'll add a... Well, I said I wanted Bath. Give me that. Give me Bathurst. Yes. So that's one. And I'll put a second one in. What we got? Straight up Nuremberg. I knew a bit about Nuremberg. I know a bit of that. We want something different again. RaceRoom, Raceway, Red Bull Ring, Silverstone. Don't know that.
24 says, yay.
Yay! We know that Mystic likes Bathurst. I want something with a bit more rise and fall. Maybe we'll do Imola. Oh, I haven't done Maku. We're gonna do Maku. Yeah, there we go. So we've got two tracks here. We're gonna have adaptive AI. We'll leave it at that. We'll push up the number of AI though. I think we'll put that to like 20. And you got practice, qualifying, 5 minutes, practice, qualifying, 5 minutes, fine, race length. Sorry, my phone apparently didn't understand that, and I didn't even ask for it. I think it's confused. My phone just confused Bathurst with Bixby. So, aren't phones great? Let's see. So, race, practice, qualify, race 10 minutes. I generally prefer standing starts. And I have no idea what I'm doing there, so we're just going to say go race. And I guess we'll see how it goes, and that's going to be kind of a bit for it. Obviously, I think this has got more of a multiplayer angle to it, and has some other challenges. You would have seen I did the ID challenge. Right. So this should be interesting. Excuse me, cover your ears, whatever, because, I think we're, yeah, there we are, Mount Panorama. Woo! So, I'm just leaving everything as default at the moment on the setup. We'll find out how this goes. Wish me luck. Straight out of the bat, into the fire. I forgot to take steroids this morning, dude. That's why. So I have some nasal issues. Oh. And I forgot to... Oh, that was not good. Get in gear. So, obviously, the differences between one sim and another is you always have to learn a bit more about a track from one sim to another that you may not have known before. So each... Whoa, that's fast! Each game tends to present a different feeling of different cars and tracks. Wow, that went downhill very quickly. Get it? We're going downhill. Oh, this is a lot different to how... Whoa! I didn't heel and toe, that was my own fault. I need to sort out more, obviously, with... I need to sort out what it does with the VR and replicating the hands, steering wheel, and degrees, I think. I don't know about the options for that yet. Ho ho ho. So, quite exciting and new in other ways. Every single track always... Oh, I was being too adventurous there. Feels different from one sim to the other and how cars handle. Must say the GT3 cars that I was trying out last week was good.
In car setup under steering settings, you can change it.
See, there we go. Let's have a look at that, because that's something else to know, because I'm in VR and I do want to be able to use the full range of things. So if we look at options and we look at control settings, controller profiles, advanced settings, maybe, I don't know. No, not there. Max angles.
My STX24 says garage. My STX24 says car setup.
Okay. Garage. Car setup. Steering settings. Okay. So, steering lock. Right, so what are we doing here? Wheel range. Steering lock 25. Ooh. Is there a set to reel? Hmm. Because obviously that was just 90, 180. And then 25, is that? Yeah. I'm lost already.
My STX24 says, wheel range there, Yargo.
Wheel range, okay. So if I just push that up 900 and go back, say drive.
My STX24 says, not sure there is a soft lock feature. You have to set it to your wheel's rotation.
Yeah, that's now out of step with the wheel, so that's really out of step. See? So that was no, it's garage. Car setup. Steering settings. Reset to default. Odd. If I increase that steering lock, maybe. Now, no, it's still out of step. Ooh. Options. These are the types of things, as a new person, you do actually want to get to know. See, this got force feedback stuff and the settings for that. Controller profile. Like that. Advanced settings. You can see it knows where that is.
What rotation is your wheel set to?
I have no idea. It's the max that the software gives. So it's the max for a Logitech. But I don't know where it is in the game, if it's got something else in the game, so... Yeah, I don't know. That's something to find out. I'm just going to return to there and leave the default for the moment. Car setup. Reset to defaults. We'll leave that as is, and I'll find something out later. I hope. Right. For for now, let's find my way around this version of Bathurst.
My STX24 says, not sure why the wheel range did not work in garage. Go look when I am home in a few hours.
Cool, thank you, Mystics. This is a great thing about communities as well, which there is a link to the 3D Three Dudes Discord. In the description. And they're all super nice, helpful guys. Oh, that was my fault. It's called heel and toe. I need to do it. I also need to move this a little bit closer because I've got wheels on the back of my chair and my pedals are not quite in the good position for me. We'll find out here. There's a bit of a right-hander. We'll take it nice and easy. I think that can be third. The X bow has some super low gearing from the feel of it. I'm guessing this first turn is going to be pretty much flat out. Yep. And I've overshot a braking point. Into the sand. Whoa! Feels super real though, this. Yeah, they're going into pit. They don't want to be anywhere near me. I think that's end of that. We'll do the qualifying and not worry about too much where we come because it's all new. Return to garage. Drive. Okay, is this end of session? Ooh, rolling backwards. See, I'm not sure where I am now, if I'm in the practice or if I'm in the heart. Okay, there's 0 time remaining for that, so we'll return to garage and end session, continue. So now we did qualifying, so it'll let me go on for more then. Careful not to go over the pit limit. We'll try and figure out if I can get through a lap or not. It's disappeared my map. Where's my map gone? We'll take it reasonably easy because I'm not the expert at this track by a long means. And I should remember Expos have this super low gearing, so what I'd normally think of as a second gear is probably a third gear, and what I think of as a fourth is probably a fifth, and he's bumping at the rear of me there. Whoa! It's very odd also actually having the gear actually at the right sort of level on the left again. And of course this is the opposite side of the car here, but always look for improvements, of course. Whether we can find them, we just go for them. Oh, my map's back. That was all good. That's not... Oh, that was a crunch. Ho, 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 ho. That was scary. Nah. Saw his brakes were glowing. I've got a lot of work to do on this track. Very poor performance from me. But I wasn't expecting anything different, first of all. Right, I bet I came very poor on here. But it does feel good and it does look good, which is very important for a sim. So, I have no idea where I came. We're just gonna race. So, yeah. We're 10th out of 21. That's better than I was expecting. My aim is just to make it around reasonably. I'm not going to look to make huge gains here. If I think I can overtake, I will, but I want to play it mostly safe. Oh, wow. That really wants to skid around easy there. Oh, too fast. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm causing a pile up. This is a lesson in how not to drive in RaceRoom. But that's okay. All a learning experience. This is what sims are about. This is what learning on a VR is about as well. You get to be in these real things that is, you know, this is as close that I'm probably getting to an expert in real life around this track.
Says, it's some reading that is the way to change rotation to match, but there might be a bug with some cars that it does not function proper. Also, getting rid of driver arms might solve it too.
Oh, okay.
My STX24 says, I would try again in different car. Your wheel is either 900 or 1080 degrees, I would imagine.
Shame, because I do like expos. So I'm last place at the moment. Don't judge me. I'll do that myself, and the game will too. It'll judge me to be bad and last. Oh, I don't know what it is there. It just wants to skid on me there. I'm going to slow down a bit beforehand here. Why am I in neutral? There we go, fourth.
My STX24 says, a wild animal this car is. You were brave driving it here.
Yeah, I think I should abandon this championship. Quite possibly, you could be right. We'll try something different. And I need to have a serious sneeze. Oh. Wow. Ooh. That was a scary sneeze. My apologies. I'm going through tissues like nobody's business. I do not like that. Alright, let's quit. We're quitting that. We're going to try a different car. I think Mystic Strike, that is hard. We'll have a look at challenge. We're creating new track. We'll stay with the same track. But we'll try a different car. No, I wanted Bathurst. Bathurst. Ah! So there we go. That, and I wanted Maku. Okay. We'll close that. We're going to say practice, none. We're going to be brave, just go, boom, off. Go straight in for qualifying, go in for it. Right. Cars. What cars do we want? Something that I can be familiar with would probably be a good idea. Let's go with small GT3. We'll take a GT3 around it. There we go. In that livery. Because it's got an 88 and I like 8 as a number. No other reason than that. Single session, blah, 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 blah. Visual damage off, blah, blah, blah. Tyre wear and fuel use is off. We're going to go. So we're going straight to a qualifier. This doesn't have the thing. We're on the flappy paddles. So it's less to think about. It's a car I've got a bit more familiar with when I was first trying out with Spa. So it's a nice car. You know, it felt good to me as a car, so we'll just find out if it feels good as a car around Bathurst. Not sure where my braking points are going to be here, but I'd say somewhere around here. This car doesn't like curbs much, though. He was faster than me. That's okay. A little too fast off of there. Get back onto the track. Oh, ho, ho, they're rough with me. I was a bit slow there. Obviously, I need to pick up the pace somewhat. Oh, check that out. Go on then. That's just cruel. Oh. There's the end of the session for the qualifying. So basically now I can pretty much return back, but I just want to go through to the pit. A little bit too enthusiastic there. Oh. Something about VR and these amazing type of cars that go past you. Really just, you know, trying to push this stuff to the limit as much as you can really is thrilling. Oh ho ho! A little bit too slow down there again. I'm a bit of a nervous Nelly around this track, it seems. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Eke a bit more speed. Oh, ho, ho, he's pushing. I do like going down the pits manually, like that, and that happening. I think my rig actually stepped out a bit there. Might need to adjust where my pedals are at some point as well. Right. We'll see how we did and see if we can manage to do this without messing up big time. I predict I will mess up quite a lot. In behind this big old Bentley. Yeah, we're in last place. We ended up qualifying last. A lot to learn, obviously. That means we've got a lot to gain.
Good luck, sir. Gotta go. Work now.
Take care, Mystics. Thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna need more than luck. But thank you kindly. Oh, we got to catch some. Oh, did we get past the Bentley? We did. You can see that P45 up ahead in front of us. The Bentley's trying to get past as well. Oh, that's not the good way to go about that. Oh. Oh. Tough track. Just hold it in there. Squeeze the place out there. Straight in front of that Pininfarina design P45 competition. See if we can't catch that Mercedes up. Couple of Mercedes up in front there. Hey VR Realm, how you doing? Welcome to, I believe this is Queensland, New Zealand, isn't it? Mount Panorama? Bathurst? Or is it Australia? Yeah, apart from a bit of a nose that wants to be a pain in the backside. Oh ho ho! And me crashing out. Don't let that guy pass. It's a pretty nice view for up here, I do have to say. I mean, I guess they don't call it Mount Panorama for nothing. Oh, look at that Ferrari on my backside again. I'm not doing too well. How long we got? We got 3 minutes left. Starting to feel a little bit more of this track. This one is a car obviously I've got a little bit more of a feeling for than when I tried an Expo. Have you played much of this VR Realm as well? And of course, people, don't forget to check out VR Realm's channel. Oh, I cut that badly.
Nope, only racing game I've really bothered with in VR is Project Cars 2.
Yeah, it's good fun game, Project Cars 2. Does look very beautiful as well, if you've got the PC to run it. Fantastic fun in VR. A little bit more arcadey than here. And of course has some single player campaigns and stuff. Whereas here I'm just discovering a bit of the championship mode. It's definitely very much a... Oh, I just eked that out. That is a real dodgy dive from me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. That is very, very poor on my part. I messed it up. We had 50 odd seconds to go, and I totally messed it up. But this is noob hour. And I don't mind confirming that I'm definitely a bit of a noob to this one. So discovering things as I go. My memory for tracks is also not that great. But, you know, muddle through and get better as it go. And that's kind of the whole thing, really, isn't it? With all of the Sims to learn, discover, figure it out, and go with it. Oh, I messed up. Oh, wow. How's your day been, by the way? Hopefully you're good. And had a good long weekend there as well. So this will be the end of the race. Checkered flag.
Says, did loads of overtime to pay off my index lol.
Oh, yeah. That will be obviously a thing to pay off.
But yeah, good. Just editing a video about why I went with the index.
Oh, cool. Yeah. I can imagine a number of reasons. Obviously, because you're from a Vive background as well. So I think the index definitely will make a lot of sense for you because, number one, you've got base stations, which is compatible with base station 1s. So you don't have to rebuy your lighthouses. You don't necessarily have to buy the controllers, though I imagine you do want the controllers. You can buy the bundles, different bundles, so you'd go without the lighthouses, but maybe the knuckles, or just the headset. Headset specs look really good. Definite step up from a standard Vive. So I think the resolution jump there is justified. I love the fact that you've got screens that can do 60 hertz, 72 hertz, 8. Does it do an 80 hertz as well, or does it go straight to 90 hertz? 120 hertz or 144 hertz. So I'm guessing that what you can do, hopefully, there is like the redoubling or asynchronous space warp to the Oculus side of where you'd have like a 45 to 90 at the moment, where they can do something like 72. They can maybe do a 31 if a game's really demanding. Wow, my head's half through the road. Ooh. Pretty sights. Check that out. I'm hoping that's a kind of thing as well, so that it can maybe where there's games that are more demanding, it can smooth that side out, or you can end up saying, okay, my system can get 60 FPS at the max on settings, but can still redouble that to 120 through asynchronous, like they do on the PlayStation. Then, of course, you've got those LCD panels rather than the pentactile. So your screen door reduction, all those type of things are obviously going to probably feature in your somewhere there in your edit, but probably with some more detailed stuff around the edge of it. Oh, tissue again. Wow. Oh. Yeah, my nose is really, really, really suffering tonight. Oh. Right, we're going to continue on to the next race. We'll see how we do. I'm not sure what track did I choose. I think it's a track that I don't really know. So shall be interesting to see what happens. Oh, boy. So, this is Macau. Oh, take a bit of a look around things here. There's my car right there. That's a nice car. McLaren. Oh, nice. Ooh, ooh, crane. So this is a street track, obviously. So should be interesting. Okay. I don't know how far down this straight's going to go, but we've got a left-hander. We're going to take it somewhat easy because I don't know my way around, and a little bit too easy, it seems. Oh, this is thin. This is a really skinny track. Oh, ah! Translation of "gah" is, oh, I wasn't expecting that. Wow. I need to look at that map a little bit more. I can't work out what's going on there. Oh, right. Proper. Oh, wow. My turning circle through that wasn't good enough. So I need to be right to the left-hand edge there. Wow. Eee. Those are not good noises for a car to make. Right, so first one's a right-hander. A flat-out right-hander. Then another right-hander, very tight square, I think. Second or third. Didn't see that. Nothing happened there. Nothing whatsoever happened there. Honestly, that was a perfect corner. Right. Wow. So we want to be right over the left here to come in. This is going to be so super tight around here, and to there to come in. And there. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Right, I know this next bit I need to be right over the left to go round. And I can still, that has full lock. Where's the pit? I'm not sure where the pit lane is. It should be over here to the left somewhere, I'm guessing. Yeah, there's the pit. So, wow. This should be a absolute disaster. I'm calling it right here. I'm in last place. It's still going to be a disaster. If I can get worse than last place with no damage on the car, I could probably manage it on this circuit. But we'll give it a go anyway, because that's what we do. Race. Continue. So many continues. Oh ho! Oh, traffic jam. I think I may have caused a bit of more of a traffic jam up there. I need to play catch up here. Sorry. And not sorry at the same time. All queuing up to get round this ridiculous just short shifted a bit there. If this had damage on, I would be finished. Oh, that's not how to do that. That was a very, very crunchy crunch. That's a technical term, by the way. It was a crunchy crunch of the car's bodywork. Ho ho ho! Yes, Captain Car Crunch. He crunches cars at the speed of second gear, and we're into the traffic jam. Oh, I like this traffic jam. It's helping me a lot. I need to get that corner down a lot more. Very slow through there. Need to be slower on the in, faster on the out. That's okay. That could be better. But was reasonable by comparison. I could enjoy this track, I think. If you had like some very small cars for this. Oh, that was so close. Crunch.
Gaming Legends.
Oh.
Good job you not wearing your strap on.
That obviously has to do with safety belt. I was too fast into that. Oh, that was quite good. Right, we can go flat around this one. We've learnt that much. Braver on the next one. How are you, by the way, Gaming Legends? Hopefully you are doing well. Oh, yeah. Could have done that faster. Up into third. Try and follow this around. This is like seriously twisty at time. Oh yeah, cracked and crunch strikes again. Who needs a wrecker's yard when I'm around?
Gaming Legends says your subwoofer strap on, which vibrates when you hit something.
Ah, I see. Yeah. The sub pack. That's what you're talking about, yeah. Oh! Or when they hit me. Dude. Did you look at this? Wow. So this race is officially over. Oh, that's a funny way to finish a race. So I guess we know that obviously I won that completely. It was all mine. Yes, yay me. I didn't do terribly at all. Oh yeah. Oh, that was good. I like that track though. Right. So that's what a championship does. A leaderboard challenge, I'm guessing there are some leaderboards around the world. You just go, right, okay, I want to do this, get real. Take a track. We'll do something that I'm a bit more familiar with this time. See how I compare. Spa. So we'll take Spa, and we're going with the Grand Prix. And the car I'm going to use on that is going to be over here. So get real, new, bar, noon, da 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 da. All good. Say, oh, okay, challenge. Track. Start. So we'll try this out and see where I come. Not very high, I don't imagine. But it'll be interesting to see. As we know from the weekend when I did the endurance racing here, it was a different sort of thing. So, yeah. We're just going to drive this out. It helps if you can stay on track straight away. I think we need to restart that, don't I? Just excuse me a minute. I'm feeling rather uncomfortable. Don't know what it is. Just everything there, HMD position, it's all the blowing of my nose and stuff, which is not great. I'm going to restart that and put in a better showing. So we'll see what this challenge leaderboard is. I'm guessing, you know, like I say, it's probably sort of more worldwide based. Oh, no, 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 no. Why? Are the tires cold? $85. We'll just go around the track and get a bit thing in that. Right. That was all wrong. Everything's feeling off. Everything's feeling off for me today. Oh dear. Just take it super easy for a couple of laps and we'll try and work it up a bit. Just ignore the first one, you know. Overshot. Okay. So that's recorded a time regardless. You want to get this right and not have it go nuts on me. Now that should be able to be taken a lot quicker. And I want to stay off the grass, really, ideally. So where are we? 222, so about a 25. So that was a bit better, wasn't it? And then we want to shave a little bit more off, and that's invalidated that lap. So we do 2 more laps, and then I'm going to call it a day. But that's a general sort of thing to, you know, what we've got sort of. Just held that there. You know, a general idea of where the game is for that type of stuff. Obviously, multiplayer is definitely a bigger part of this game. It's a sandbox more type of racer, which means, you know, you buy the cars and the tracks and you race them. And it, you know, practice them and try to see what you can do against others.
What's the force feedback like in this game?
It feels pretty damn good, actually. It keeps with the G29 here, it keeps a constant pressure on. There's like no slack in the wheel really. It does keep that nice and tight, so you always feel like you are getting some feedback there. And that's pretty much, you know, default settings. I haven't changed anything around there. So in feedback terms, it's definitely good. Better than Project Cars. I'm not sure whether how I would place it against Assetto Corsa. I do like the feedback in Assetto Corsa a lot. But I'd definitely put it on par. Possibly better in some cases. I think some of it definitely keeps, like, say, the pressure on the wheel nicely. Oh, that was so dodgy. You can feel the force feedback there for the back end. The Logitech, of course, is not like the top level of wheels. You know, you can get a Logitech G29 for a good price. I think for the price per features on this wheel, it's pretty good. But yeah, obviously if you've got something that's even better, that's gonna serve you a bit more well. It looks like there's a lot of details in the menus here for how you can set your force feedback as well, so I could feel that becoming that unrecoverable mess that I just had there. I just overstepped my mark there, and it told me it. And of course, that's what you want from force feedback, is you know when it's you that's overstepped it. We'll go one more lap. Oh, no, 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 no. As you can see there, it's like, okay, I managed to keep it going like that, but yeah, you could feel that when it was slipping, and then it's a tough corner, that. It's a tough corner. But there's a lap that I've set up there. Let's see what that does tell me as I come onto there and say leaderboard. So this should hopefully give me a place somewhere on the leaderboard. So, boom. So it'll be this track.
Gaming Legends says, are you going to get the Oculus S with the Sony headband?
No, I'm not going to be getting the Oculus Rift S with the headband. The quite simple reason why I'm not going to get it is because for me, having a Rift already, I don't see the Rift S as an upgrade. I really just see it as a replacement to the Rift as it stands now. If I was going to get any headset at the moment, I would be looking towards the Index. If money wise, I think, and features wise, and everything else like that, I think the Index is the most well rounded and advantageous. I think that would be the best step up that I can see personally. Of course, if you have unlimited funds and everything else like that, the headset that I would probably look at if I was absolutely loaded with money would be the X-Tal.
Says, that's how I see the Rift S, more a replacement than an upgrade.
Definitely. I see it as a replacement rather than an upgrade. There are different advantages. Maybe you've got less screen door with the Rift S, but inside out tracking, not, there could be a couple of disadvantages to the inside out tracking, but not so major with that headset. I mean, it's got, from all looks of things, pretty good coverage for the tracking and pretty damn good tracking. So in, 99 out of 100, or 98, 99% out of 100, the tracking in the Rift S is probably going to do it. But I think anybody who's maybe an Echo player would go the other way.
Feels superior since Lenovo uses the Sony patent.
Yes, comfort wise, it could feel very good. Though I don't have a problem with the Oculus Rift, but I do have a VR cover on here with the leather on it, which feels really, really good, which I find really comfortable. By the way, if you are watching back and you feel like going and buying a VR cover product, there's my affiliate link in the description below. You're welcome to press it to go see VR cover, because they'll have stuff for all the different things. But for the Oculus, I do like the VR cover interface, and the leather one, which is actually the cheapest one it comes with. That's the one that I go for, and you can rip those off, and because they're Velcro, and clean them and everything else like that. So, but just going through this, so this is a worldwide one. Not many people, from the looks of things, have done this track with that car combo. 17 in the world, apparently. And I've placed 14th in the world. So that's really, really cool. I like that. I've got a lot of catching up to do to get some of the other people. My fastest time overall that I've been on this, I think, was about a 24 something. 2 minutes 24 something. So I've got a lot to catch up. But this guy at the top here with a 2 minute 17 is unreal. But this is a default setup that I've been used. I haven't changed anything on the car setup. They may have changed stuff with the car setup to help increase, but they're also, as you can see, I'm unranked. Some of these guys are ranked. So I'm not too ashamed with that. I think that was reasonable. That's a reasonable place to be. But we'll go back to the game. We're going to quit from that part. So that's what we've got in the single player, basically. Stuff there. We get what multiplayer is. Multiplayer is, where's the servers? Go grab on, jump on a server, join in, have some fun. Then there is these competitions. So they run some competitions. We can see some actual official competitions here. You go, right, there's leaderboards, launch, tells you how long you have to compete in there and what you can do there. All past competitions, there are 863 past competitions. I've only entered one, which is this one here. There is this as well, so there's 22 weeks left on that, 3 weeks left on that. GTR 3, Moscow Raceway. So if I'll press on one of these so that you can have a look. I like using the get real setting, so it gives you that choice of how to enter it as well. Again, I'm going to go with something that I'm somewhat familiar with. We go with the McLaren and my number 88 here. I like that number. I was going to end off there, but we'll take a look at that. This is me trying to get to know a little bit more about the game and, show you as I'm getting around getting to know it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, my nose is being atrocious. Right. So, I'm not going to change anything with the setup. Obviously, people that do this a lot would go into their car setup, which, as you can see, there is a huge amount of things here. So we've got all of your front and rear tire setups, the ride height, suspension, the toe, cambers, what your rebound, all your all the different things there. Compound types, pressures are set, braking, how you're going to add the aerodynamics in here, traction control presets, gearing is set, and fuel apparently is set. So, yeah, you can change all of that type of stuff. So, I don't know this track. We're going to discover a bit about it. But this would be basically a time trial challenge, I guess.
Gaming Legends says, is this a competitor to sim racing?
It is competitive, obviously there. So you've got you can set up full endurance races. which I competed in at a bit of an endurance race on the weekend. With the guys from Three Dudes Discord server. Oh, it's a very tight track, this one. So it's definitely aimed more towards the, you know, those who want a bit of competition stuff. It's a sandbox style. Sorry, my nose is gone. So, sandbox style, private servers, these type of competitions. Some of these competitions have real world prizes. The Volkswagen IDR challenge around the Nordschleife has a real world prize where you can go do some ice racing. So that'd be pretty cool. Can take that last corner a bit faster, I think. Remember, you got to stay inside the white lines for your time to count. And I've stepped outside of them. But generally in competitions or whatever, you know. Oh, a step too far. You can't see over that blind rise there.
Gaming Legends says, seems weird watching you drive with no engine noise.
Oh, you can't hear the engine. Oh, that's weird. You should be able to hear the, you should be able to hear it. You should be able to hear the desktop audio. Because there's... Can you not hear that? It's definitely saying it's going out to the stream. Maybe it's just a little bit too quiet for you. That's going to be rather difficult. I know I turned a load of things down here. It's a little bit hard to... Unfortunately, to get at certain things here is very, very, very difficult.
Says, very low. Also chat. Your chat is okay.
It's really, really hard to change the audio, because if I have the audio, in-game audio up too high, and this is really, really, really difficult to actually get to somewhere in this game where I can actually get
It's Silly at 95 says, hey, just found your stream on Twitch. Could I ask you a couple things about VR?
Sure, go ahead, ask away. I will be happy to try and answer. Stop audio. Sorry, a second. Okay, that should hopefully, when I get back into the in-game part, give a bit more audio of what's happening on the desktop. But yeah, welcome to Ask Anything You Like, also here on Twitch or on the YouTube channel as well. Okay.
It's Silly at 95 says, well, I've been given an Acer Windows Mixed Reality headset and I currently have a 1066GB GPU. Do you think for an extra £30 it's worth getting the 1660T?
No, I don't think the 1660 Ti will for an extra 30 quid. I don't think so just yet. I would, if you've got currently a 1060, I don't think you're going to get much more from the 1660 Ti, from what I've seen on the specs. Mine is a lot higher on that, but if they're performing generally the same on the 3D marks and stuff like that, then not so much. I don't think you'd gain too much from that yet. So if you already got a 1060 in there, you should be okay with that. It's when you go up from a 60 model to something else. So if you were to go from a 60 model card to a 70 model card or an 80, that's where you would see much more gains. But yeah, I think you're probably, if they're on quite even par, I don't know about the the Ti on there. I haven't seen the whole specs of that. I would have to say, take a real good look at the specs on that. But from what I would imagine, I don't think you'd see massive gains
It's Silly
in
at
that.
95 says, okay, thanks for that. I hope it don't get held back by my i5 processor. The VR Realm says, time to let this video render. Going to sort stuff for work while it does it. Catch you later, mate.
Cool.
Max
Take it.
says,
When you drive,
I'm going to drive just now. I was just changing some audio settings, though we're going to be done quite soon, though, because it's getting on Let's see if I can resume there. So this lap will not count. I'm doing this obviously from perspective of a new player to this game. There's a lot for me to discover. This is one of the challenges, so they have some online challenges, so this is like a time trial challenge. Hopefully you guys can now hear a good bit more of the engine noise against here. I'm going against my Ghost here, but also that's an online thing, so boy. But I hope that answered. Oh, off we go again.
Girl_Max says, what's that for a track?
A very short track. I believe it's Moscow.
Thanks for following.
Thanks for the follow.
Gaming Legends says, can hear tire screeches and engine slightly better now.
Good. I don't want them to be too overpowering, you know?
Says, okay.
Tell you what, we'll come out of there because that's one that I don't know the track on. We'll take a look at another one of these challenges so that you can see. So when I quit out of here, it'll take me back here and it'll show me where I came. So we can see, where am I? There I am. I'm 323rd. And yeah, it's the Moscow Raceway.
Girl_Max. Thanks for following.
Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Right, so these were competitions. And we have something like here, we'll take the Nordschleife. This is the VW Volkswagen Challenge, the IDR, which they're going to be trying to break the world record for an electric car around the Nordschleife in September. So in the lead up to that, we have a challenge on here. We've got 24 weeks to complete this. That's a long time. And the winner from this challenge can actually go do some ice racing in real life. So this is the challenge accepted challenge with Volkswagen. We're going to go in there and I'll do a get real version. So there's 3 different setups you can use in that. This being basically based off of VW's statistics on this car, their actual real world data and information from the developers of the car, the real world car, and their feedback into the developers of the game. There are some actual other improvements to this car that are not featured in the game yet, like DRS. It's a very strange car because, you know, it's all electric. So it's going to be very, very different. And it kind of blows my mind, this car, because its acceleration is insane. Its top end speed is not the highest, but its acceleration factor is stupid.
If you do any free content multiplayer, I'll join you.
Yeah, we could do. I could do some of that at some point. We can arrange something. But you can see my ghost there.
_Max says,
Funny sound XDXD.
Yeah. So this is a full electric car. It's got 2 electric motors. It produces, I think, 680 brake horsepower. I think it is 680, 690 brake horsepower. It's all torque and it's all acceleration. Its acceleration does actually make me a little bit nervous. It's also got an incredible amount of grip.
_Max says,
It is to be quiet.
Very. It is incredibly quiet in game as well, because it's literally just a small whine, and it's that weird sort of click in the back as the power comes in and out. So it's... Oh, that was so close. I almost lost it there. It's also really weird because you don't have gears, and quite often when you're driving we judge a lot of things on gears and noise, and because this car makes hardly any noise whatsoever, you do have to kind of really judge this car purely on what you're seeing. The whine of it doesn't make a huge amount of difference.
_Max says,
The optic is nice. How is the driving feeling?
It feels really good, actually. It's super tight, this car. And it accelerates like nobody's business. So it is actually really, really nice car to drive. That wasn't good. I'm glad damage is turned off. It can take a bit of the curbs, this car, but some it doesn't like a little bit. Oh, ho, 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 ho. No, again. Oh, breaking my brain. The Nordschleife is counting me as a victim. It's as unforgiving and unrelenting as ever, this track. And you judge it wrong and it bites. So I'm not doing my best here. We'll go round once more. The people that have done the fastest on here have done like crazy fast times. But you can see the speed. It's not the highest speed of car. We're at what, 250 kilometers per hour here. So you can see the kph there. But it's acceleration, really. Definitely it's acceleration that makes this car something worth driving. And we need to stop there. Oh, and over we go. Overshoot. Okay. Right. Let's see if we can't do a little bit better, hopefully. This is the bit here that really does make me nervous with this car, because acceleration wise it's sort of like, yeah, I'm going to take this flat out, and normally I would lift here, and this car, it's all flat out, it's tiny little maneuvers trying to keep it smooth. How people get the the gist of this car as well is beyond me, because it is simply insane. That was awful. Oh, that made me sweat. Oh, crazy, insane car. There was me being much braver than I was here. Oh, and... no. I'm losing it now. Yeah. But you can see, like, as a game, I think it's a good game. But, wow. Yeah. And it's got the detail. The force feedback feels good, but very much sandbox style game. Very much the force feedback, I think, is definitely a good style, though obviously I've been told that it does depend sometimes on the car and your wheel and setup stuff. We're going to come out of there. We can see, obviously, when I do the quit from here, it'll give me where my leaderboard position is. So there I am, down in 3,208th place. Obviously VR on PC, so everybody on PC is equal in terms of whether you're VR or non-VR. If we go to the top position person, I was doing, what's mine? 6 minutes 27, and I am 33.635 seconds off of the pace of the top person, which is insane. You know, that is an absolutely insane time. They've got this to under 6 minutes. So I think it's about the 550 odd mark, 557 mark. That's crazy. So there's a good amount of stuff in here. Like I say, also the multiplayer is straight up multiplayer. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for following. If you're over on the YouTube side, there's a load more content over there as well. So you know, youtube.com/SouthSketchup. Subscribe, check out stuff, ask any comments and different things there as well. I think I'm about done for tonight. My stupid nose is being a pain. But I'll be back again with some more at different points. If you want to get involved with some community racing on PC side, oh dear. If you want to get involved with some community racing on the YouTube channel, on my YouTube channel, there is a link to the 3D 3 Dudes Discord server. And you know, feel free to come along, ask questions, join in. Good set of guys, very open to people joining in. So yeah, hopefully see you all in the future. But I think from me for tonight, it's going to be a goodbye. So this is the bit where I go and say about if you are watching this back on YouTube and you don't mind, that tonight I've had a snotty nose, there's a subscribe button that's like going to be that way, and there's going to be a video link up there, and there'll be a video link up there. Just remember, the accelerator's the one on the right, the brake's the one in the middle, the clutch is the one on the left. That's what you need. That's what you do with the racing. Just go out there and enjoy it.